Hey guys, it's Sydney
And Val,
and Megan. And guess who's missing?
our fourth piece.
Our fourth and final piece. We are actually playing a prank on him. We started without him.
Gotcha.
We did get a gotcha. He's gonna be so upset.
So yeah, how about them Phils? They've been having such a bad week.
They lost like terribly on Saturday.
Yes. Oh my God, did
That was
they?
talk about
Terrible.
embarrassing.
Hard watch.
Oh, look who decided to show up.
Oh, hey guys. How you doing? Oh,
They
wanna cut
handled that better than we
Yeah.
thought.
Did you
Why?
think it's conspiring?
no.
So actually, I'm glad you're here because last week we got some feedback that said you have like really not been bringing the energy.
I haven't.
That's what I heard.
Who said
I don't think I
that?
did a good job last week.
Aw,
Yeah.
Dad,
I
you
don't
were so
know.
Upset about him.
over it.
It was a rough week last week. We really didn't have
Did
it.
someone actually
Well, our
say
own
that?
blood ghosted us.
Yeah, well,
Who?
she was busy.
Oh.
But she's here tonight.
She's
Hi,
here
Val.
tonight. We're all together.
Yeah,
This
first,
can never
first
be
dinner
good
of the
enough.
summer.
first dinner in the
Val,
summer.
spot. You know it. You know. Come on, man. How could you even say
And
that?
dinner
Yeah.
was anything but
Fantastic.
good.
We
Well,
won't drop the name of the place.
yeah, but they
'cause
dropped the ball.
We love them.
We don't want to put them
Yeah.
under, but
They did drop the ball tonight. That is the worst feeling when you're really looking forward to something and it's not right.
Yeah, but I starved myself all day for this.
Well,
pizza.
that's
such a
first
simple
mistake.
No,
order.
it wasn't though.
When it's such a basic order, it's like, how could you make it messed up and more complicated?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, everyone makes
everyone-
mistakes.
Exactly.
Twice.
Oh.
We've
Well, they
all
were
been
consistent.
there. Yeah.
So anywho,
So
happy
anyway.
to all be together, but just disappointed by the
Rough
finish.
start. Rough start. Maybe I'll cook next time.
Dad, you always say that
Oh, my
and
brain.
then things go awry.
All right. Well, maybe we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
So we were
Anywho.
talking about how bad the Phillies sucked it up this week.
So it's kind of weird because last week I said one of the things I said was their starting pitching has been phenomenal, right? And they've really been hitting the ball really well. And then no sooner I said that, Wheeler had a horrible game. Taiwan had a horrible
Wheeler's
game.
having a baby. His mind is elsewhere.
Well, he just had a horrible game. Walker had
I
the
saw
horrible
that.
game.
It's funny.
The TikTok?
Yeah.
Like they're having a baby like right now.
Like
yeah.
pretty much probably right this second.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing, Dad, is you're a jinx.
Well, it sounds it. Because after that, they all like Lizardo. Like I felt so bad for Lizardo Sunday or Saturday. I was driving home from the shore, listening to it, and why they kept him in there.
It was so
It was-
bad.
Yeah, that was rude.
It
Part
was
of it was
bad.
part of it was the bullpen got beat up the day before because Taiwan had a bad outing, but they couldn't make a point. And then Sunday to lose 17-3 or whatever the score was, and then Sunday to lose again, like that's just
Wasn't that like the fifth highest score given by a pitcher ever or something? At least in Philly history.
I don't know what it was, but
There's
I'm
some
sure
kind of record
like
for it.
yeah, you're never leaving a pitcher in to get hit to give up
No.
11 runs or whatever he ended up with. His had to be 11.
So
if I-
why did they do that?
Well, he just said the bullpen got beat up the day before, so I think
Yeah, so they
out
were
of
trying to.
position.
They were just trying to get him to. But everything he threw, they hit. They like, and they didn't hit anything hard. They were just, yeah. It was just, but I just thought that on Sunday you had to show some kind of fight,
Yeah, like oh,
and they really didn't. Yeah, they got off to the lead. Then Ranger pitched a good game Sunday. Actually, Ranger pitched a good game. They got off to a good start. They were winning, and then the bullpen gives it up. Turner has that big foul or big error he made, and here we are. We lost.
Well, let's fast
We got
forward to
swept
right
out.
now.
Well, yeah, right now they got
Bryce
bases
Harper's
loaded.
back from his elbow concussion.
and he just hit a
Still,
bomb.
still top of the first, 4-0 with bases loaded, 1 out. So yeah, things are
Things are looking
changing.
good.
He did just hit
Today's-
a bomb.
sometimes I guess you need the road.
Hot off the press.
It's a new day.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long season, but you just, I'm okay with them losing, like losing Wheeler start and losing Walker start wasn't because of the bullpen, it was because of the starting pitching, and they're normally not going to pitch like that. So I was okay with that, but Sunday, I was not, I didn't like Sunday at all. I thought that was
So,
it was a bad showing.
all things considered, how are we feeling about their overall season now?
The Phils, I'm fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not discouraged.
No.
No.
It's still early,
Dad.
right?
Yeah, I think it's still early. I think they got, yeah, they're not even halfway there. They're only like 56 or 58 games, whatever it is. Yeah. They just gotta, I keep saying this, they gotta win series, and you can't get swept at home.
They got swept.
They got swept at home. They lost their last 4 straight at home. Yeah. So you can't do it. You gotta find a way to win that game Sunday.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But now the Mets are back in first place.
For now.
So all that hard work they did through May, they destroyed and just that's what I'm saying. You can't have that. You have to play consistent. If they would have won 2 of the 3 out of that, then yeah, they could have kept their momentum. Now they're fighting uphill again. But it's early. We got time.
If you could play one position in baseball, what would it be?
Probably somewhere in the outfield.
I don't know.
I think I would like that too. I
Oh my
think
God,
I get
just
to
things
run
like low
around.
stakes. Like I know it's important back there, but like you're not getting beelined with the
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
And
Catcher and pitching. That's like way
Definitely,
too much
definitely
pressure.
not.
and I'd like to bat
It would be
third
cool
in the
to
lineup.
really. That's pretty important.
Yeah, well, I'd like to be important on my team.
I want to play the outfield.
I take it back.
I want to be important.
I want to be a pitcher.
I do not want to be a
Why do you want to
pitcher.
be a pitcher?
I want to be able to throw fast,
You have to do that in the outfield too.
but like 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
You want to do that?
And I want to like strike people out and be like, "You're outta
Gotcha.
here."
Gotcha. Dad?
Well, yeah, I would like to be a pitcher, I would think.
I think it's like a really cool position.
I mean, the only person I think here who could be a pitcher would be me because of my shoulder.
Megan does have the shoulder of an athlete.
It's the shoulder of a pitcher. I
It
mean,
is,
there's
it
nothing
is.
going on.
I would like
here.
to
Would
see
she show? Would she show it?
I'm not gonna do that.
No, that would be
I mean, the real ones know what it does.
that would be crazy to do right now. Has Dad ever seen it?
I don't know what else
Party
she's talking
trick.
about this.
You know, I don't have anything in here. Like my shoulder.
Whenever we're like, like
It's like
When
we're
out.
drinking,
when we're out.
having
Like my
a good
party
time.
trick is just like this thing.
Somebody goes,
it goes insane. What that shoulder do? And then it's
Megan goes crazy.
It just whips.
You
I
would
have
be a good
I have
pitcher.
an insane video of Megan at the beach doing that, and like I think like Disturbia or something is playing in the background.
It's an old song.
Maybe it wasn't
what that-
Disturbia.
Get down on
Get
it.
down on it.
Yes. Oh my god, it was hysterical.
Yeah.
So
So in case you didn't
Okay.
know, Megan could be the pitcher.
All right.
Oh, 6-0 now. They just
good call out.
scored twice.
Nice.
We're like broadcasting live. Did you guys see, not to change the subject? Saquon is in the 99 club on Madden.
He's the cover of it.
I
That's
saw
Freaking
that.
awesome.
I
It's
saw
really
that.
cool.
So
And I heard
I know you're gonna
something-
find this hard to believe, but I've never played Madden one time in my life.
Yeah, I believe that.
My jaw's in
I feel like you'd be
place.
more of like a FIFA guy.
I've never played
like,
that.
Dad is a
I
Wii
used to-
guy.
I
like
used to
Grand
play.
Theft
I
Auto.
used to play video games at Jeff Brown's house for lunch.
Mm.
We would play Blades of Steel,
Mhm.
which was like I don't even know what game like
I've never heard of that.
Maybe it was on.
Assassin's
Maybe it
Creed.
was on Sega. It was a hockey game.
Oh. That
Maybe it
makes
was
sense.
PlayStation or Wii.
Sure.
This might have been the company. Might have been Sega. I don't know if they're still
Okay,
around.
there's I don't think so.
Research on that.
Yeah, that was the last
So you
time I.
weren't a big gamer.
Nah, didn't really do it for me.
That's cool.
I think
fair.
that's a good thing.
But Barkley being on there, yeah, that's
That's pretty cool.
The 99 club is what he got rated.
99.
So
And what does that mean?
only like not everyone hits that
So a
rating.
second grader explained this to me. It's basically
Did
just
he?
like percentages.
What did he tell you?
So like he asked me, this was a couple months ago. He said, "What's Saquon's Madden number?" And I was like, "What does that even mean? Like, is this like legal for me to look up?" So I did anyway, and it was totally legal. But he was like 89, so like 89, like it's basically like out of percent, like 100%. He's like at an 89,
So
like
they take a percentage of his
Yeah.
running ability, his speed,
yes,
his agility.
they consider
Oh, so
everything and like
He is the player you want on
Yes.
your team in the game.
Yes.
He is 99% your
But
guy.
the 99 is what he ended up rating at the end of last year, a 99.
yeah.
It's
Is he
just
the
like
highest
And
person?
only
It's
a
a very
handful of people,
select
maybe
few.
10 people have done it.
Yeah.
Has anyone gotten 100?
I don't know. I didn't look into that.
I mean,
I didn't know that's what the whole
Me
thing
neither.
with that
Yeah, it's a pretty
was.
big deal.
That is a
good
big
for
deal.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He deserves
Let's
it.
keep rolling.
They got him a nice, probably diamond chain. Did you see that?
I didn't.
It was big. It said 99.
Hell
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Costed a pretty penny.
Yeah, well, whatever. They got it.
I can't even imagine.
They got it. Yeah.
So that's very soon.
No, they got rid of Bryce Huff.
Yeah.
To the San Francisco 49ers. Thank
See
you so
ya.
much. See ya. So like I give Howie this, right? I give Howie the respect that he makes a mistake and he finds a way to get out of that mistake.
He rights his wrongs.
Yes. So I give him a ton of credit for that. Not that he cares, but
Well, you don't know that you're making a mistake until you make it, like until it backfires, you know?
true. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but
I mean, I would just look at all the people he picked up last season and got what, one dud.
That's true.
so yeah,
One
he's on.
God.
He's like,
He's on quite the heater. I get it. Yeah, he's got it going on right now. Yeah. If he would have called that beer can, that's the only thing. It's the only thing he's got going down.
was way cooler than catching the beer can would have ever been.
oh, then he got hit in the head.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, he's awesome. And it turned out that it's good for the Eagles. They saved a bunch of money in the salary cap, and they got rid of a guy that he
Didn't
wasn't going to get
produce.
playing time. He wasn't going to produce. He wasn't going to get playing time. So, yeah,
We did him a favor.
they said the kid Campbell, the first round pick, is projected to be somewhat ready in August. So that's pretty good. He might be ready, second, third week of the season. Yeah, and they practiced today. Yeah, so we're getting close. Yeah.
The summer's gonna go by.
I mean,
in a
I'm
blink of
like,
an eye. It's already over.
honestly, I'm excited for football season just to have something to talk about.
Yeah.
So
We talked about this last week.
yeah, and it's what it is. It's the lull, man. Baseball is at that spot right now. Like when the season starts, everyone's amped up,
Yeah.
right? But now the wives are like, "Oh, Jesus, it's on again. What the heck, man?
Point at me.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
I actually haven't given it, I personally don't care because
But
I'll just go
that's
watch
what
I wanna
happens. That's what
watch
happens. It just, and it won't really come back
until
till
playoffs.
like July, end of July, the beginning of August. You see where you're standing. You see if your team is actually in the mix. Now, guys like me will just watch it no
Just
matter
to
what
do.
because there's
you're a
nothing
Louisville
else.
fan.
And there's nothing else on. Yeah,
Do you have any interest in going to a game this season?
I was gonna go with Randy from Riley Sales
Hmm.
to the Pirates game, but I was at the Shore that weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Do you
so
believe that?
exciting.
You've had a rough couple of weekends.
I just can't. Yeah, well,
Hopefully
Is this going to be a restful one for you?
Well, it's gonna rain Saturday, they said.
No, I don't think
Well,
that's
that's kinda
happening
good for
anymore.
you. You'll just have to stay inside.
Yeah, I don't think I got any.
Well, he's got to get redemption on the bike.
Yeah, I don't think Megan heard about that.
Oh,
Did you slip?
No.
worse.
You fell off?
No, but do you think Dad should be wearing a helmet to ride his bike?
Absolutely.
Thank
He
you.
doesn't.
Should Irene be in a harness in the car? Yeah. Should you wear a helmet when you bike? Yeah.
You tell us to wear a helmet when we bike.
Yous were raised in helmets. I wasn't.
You
Okay,
were also
but
raised to
I'm
not wear seatbelts,
grandfathered
and
in.
now you wear a seatbelt.
Okay.
Okay,
you
this
can't
is the
argue
point of
that.
the conversation. So Dad was basically in such distress last weekend because he usually turns around at this one spot and then he can catch up to whoever like turned before him or whatever. But unfortunately,
It is.
it's been years since he's been on his bike. Unfortunately, when he
Well,
went to
it's not
bike,
been that long
he
since.
couldn't catch him, and he was like seriously
he
pissed
was
off about it.
angry. He was like,
I could see his veins popping out talking about it.
I caught them, but not where I should have.
How hard were you working?
Pretty,
how hard were you pedaling?
pretty hard.
He was like really sweating, he said.
In my defense, I only had my flip flops because I forgot my shoes.
So you're biking in flip flops and no helmet. This is ridiculous.
People are probably making fun of you on the trail.
Well, no
Yeah,
wonder
I
Steve
know.
stressed about it.
I don't think they were making fun of me.
I would have said, look at this try hard.
Parents with their kids are like, kids, still got your
Do you say like when you're biking on the trail?
Well, yeah, because I'm on a mountain bike, so I'm on a road.
No,
bike,
but I
so
mean like
can't.
when you're on, are you like do you have a bell that you ring to let people know you're passing?
No,
Or are you like on your right?
I just yell on your left.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Do you
Sometimes
own a helmet? Or do you not even have one?
I don't think so.
Oh,
You
I
can't
might
wear
have one on.
slides anymore either.
not to bike in.
You're
I didn't do it on purpose.
I
So-
know, but that's
my brother that lost
I
the
was
toes like
already home. I was
Just.
already at the bike path. Yeah,
Uh,
Never learned.
so clearly he's learned nothing.
No, I never.
So is that why you want it to be a nice day out on Saturday so you can get back out there?
Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna go tomorrow night after I get done working out. When I get home, I'm gonna go.
Make sure you hydrate. It's gonna be warm.
Don't worry about
It is
that.
going to be really warm tomorrow.
I'll
Make
be
sure
fine.
you pack
And
your
pack your
sneaks.
sneaks.
But when you're
Have
down,
Uber on your phone.
when you're down on the
I'll be in
trail,
Pottstown.
it's by the water, so it's cool.
Me to pick him up.
Cool.
I did fine.
He did fine.
I can outride you girls easy
Whoa.
combined.
Top dog over
Probably.
here.
Bye.
I was into cycling for a bit.
I don't.
I haven't been on a bike in years.
I don't even know if I
Quite a few
could.
months now, but
All right.
Was that your stomach or mine?
So
you wanted to talk about your
Hungry.
Knicks. Well,
no, yo, they're
They're
not my
my
Knicks.
Knicks.
I mean the fact that they lost.
Yeah, I was happy to see
Yeah,
that they
like
lost.
that was
Like
exciting news for you.
it's still kind of sad that to think that the Knicks have been horrible, horrible, horrible. Got just a little better, and they've gone further in the playoffs than the Sixers have in the last 20-some years.
I don't even like bringing the Sixers up.
So it just
honestly.
but I was just glad to see their season end. Yeah.
What do you
Like
have
I s-
against them?
Do you like them?
I mean, I don't have a problem with them. Like, they're not our Cowboys, unless they are.
No, the Celtics
Yes, they are.
are
Wait,
the
who did
Cowboys.
Ben Simmons go to?
The Nets.
Oh, remember that whole thing?
Nobody cares about the Nets.
I'm just wondering, like,
Ben
why you were so
Simmons.
happy
We
to
would,
see
like,
them.
cry
Usually,
on
you
the
don't care
sideline.
once it gets
I don't
to a
even know
certain
what that
point.
is.
So-
Our team's not in it.
So
Ben
But I still,
Simmons.
like-
It sounds so familiar.
He played for
there's
the
teams in the
Sixers. He
NBA
was
that I don't
horrible.
You just
like.
don't like.
Like I don't
We
like the
really
Bulls.
beat him up as
Sure.
fans. Like we tore him apart.
I don't like the
And he wanted
Celtics.
to leave
Sure.
so bad, but he was in a contract.
I
he
don't
couldn't.
like
The
the
Nets.
Lakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to look.
I
at the
don't like
picture.
Golden State now. I don't like
Now.
um
A lot of teams.
yeah, a lot of teams.
Okay.
And I don't like the Knicks because I never liked Patrick Ewing. Good player. I just didn't like him. I didn't like Charles Oakley. I didn't like
Sure.
Yeah, they had some good players. And really, I'm not trying to be mean. I don't like a lot of teams from New York.
I think that's
It's
very
just the
fair.
way, like, I don't like the Yankees. I don't like the Mets. I don't like the Islanders.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the Giants. I don't like the Jets.
New
The
York is
Giants
also
don't really
like
bother me.
because they're so horrible that
You weren't
I
around,
never
you,
do.
like, you weren't around when they were good.
I'm just giving my opinion.
Yeah, so they bother me. I seen them win 4 Super Bowls.
Ooh, that does gotta sting.
Yeah, I seen Dallas win 5 Super Bowls. Dallas doesn't bother you because they haven't done anything. I seen the Redskins win 3 Super Bowls. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 of them while I was a season ticket holder. 4 for the Giants while I was a season ticket holder.
That stings.
3 for the Cowboys while I was a season ticket holder, waiting for my team to even get to that game.
And it happened, and it's
Yeah,
way
but
better
I'm
than
saying-
they did it.
So I just
Mhm.
like there's certain things like I don't root for any team in Dallas.
No.
Where would you?
It's just the same thing in Washington. I couldn't root
The
for
same
any.
thing for New
Yeah.
York. I think New York
Right,
really
that's
wants to be
why-
Philadelphia.
That's kind of why. And the Knicks,
I mean, I
yeah.
think that they're similar.
They are very similar.
Who?
I think that's why it like
Philly and New York.
makes the skin crawl a little.
Well,
But they're not as cool as us.
They say it's they say that
I
Philly
like
has
how they
the
have that
because we're a smaller city.
The Yankee Stadium.
I like how they have
camaraderie.
that train thing.
The
Yeah.
subway.
That's no, it's not the subway. Do you know what I'm
that
talking
takes
about?
them into Yankee Stadium.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
not a
heard
subway.
The monorail.
I don't know. They
I
do
don't
a
know, I
lot
saw,
of
like,
cool
a
things
video.
at Yankee
The
Stadium.
tiramisu thing.
Tiramisu and
Oh,
a
I
hat.
saw that. I saw it's
What
like
is
a
it?
video of like a cool like
Tiramisu?
train thing that the fans
Have
go
you
on.
You can get it there
In a hat.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
in a Yankees hat. Yeah, who wants that?
I would personally love that
It's
delicacy.
definitely so expensive though.
Yeah. Well, I mean anything. It'll go
Anything is, yeah.
Pay like $18 for a pound.
I
right
feel
now.
like tiramisu
25
doesn't.
for a Surfside.
Shut up.
$25 for a Surfside.
What?
Sam spent
A
$50
regular
on my
size
birthday.
one?
It's the tall boy, but
They have tall boy Surfside.
that's all
But
I
they
have
have
now
a
for
cap on them now,
$25.
which is nice.
Wait a minute.
You heard me.
$25.
16-ounce beer.
I think it's bigger than 16 now.
24.
It might be like 20.
A tall boy, I think, is 20
$25.
Yeah.
for the big can.
Take a breath.
That's insane.
It's a lot to
It's a
take.
lot. It is. If I had known that, I would have said no thank you.
Yeah.
Truly.
Hindsight's 2020.
Drink before you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seriously.
We gotta do that in Green Bay.
So I bet it won't be as expensive there.
No.
There's gonna be a
I
lot
mean,
of
it's the
cheese
same thing
there.
in Texas. It's the same thing in California.
We're
There's-
going to the cheese state.
The cheese curd state. Can't wait.
I love cheese curds.
Cheese curds too.
I don't think I ever have.
You're missing out.
I
You've probably had a cheese curd. A
heard
little fried ball of cheese.
Dip it in a little sauce.
it's like a little mozzarella stick.
It was
but
the
in a
best
bowl.
when Applebee's had cheese curds.
It's
I
like
haven't seen
cheddar
that.
cheese though, I thought.
I don't really.
It was like Applebee's, I think. Why do I
Have
feel like
real
it was always mixed?
Wait, the duck had cheese curds?
Were they real?
I believe they were. They were good.
I don't know how you wouldn't have had one by now.
Anywho, I feel like
The
we're running out
duck
of
in?
time.
Anyway, so some of my friends have people they know that went to Green Bay for a tailgate. They were Eagles fans, and they were like, it was like almost better than a Philly tailgate.
Well, I heard the people are really nice.
So
I would imagine.
that's exciting.
I think it can only go up from LA.
I hope it's just like Dallas.
That's what we were saying. We were like, we want it to be like a parking lot vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
I
take
don't
us
want to
to a
be in
parking
one
So,
of those.
and,
like,
I think the
restaurants,
problem with
bars.
LA is that
yes, like the pop-up bars that they had. Yes,
yeah, they didn't.
And
They
good
don't-
food.
I like
With the
can't
shot
tail-
ski.
Also, you
I
gotta
love it.
remember where we were, right? Like that was yeah.
And then we got lost.
Shady,
and-
shady, shady.
oh my
shady.
god, that was
I don't know.
awful.
Why are we gonna bring this up?
You brought it up.
Talking about the awful
You know
area.
what's so funny is you will say and Sam will say, you know, up until now you'd be like, yeah, it wasn't bad at all. We were fine. And now all of a sudden you're like,
It was
the
bad.
No.
area."
I was starting to get very scared.
All right, so
I wasn't
Listen.
scared.
The two of you guys
Watch
get
this
scared when.
again.
Hold on a second.
See.
You two guys get scared when someone rings the doorbell.
And you should, because you don't know who's knocking.
Well,
You're
you
the
should
one who
get.
always says lock the door. He literally walked me to my house at Westchester and it's broad daylight. He's like, lock the door. I'm
Okay,
like,
there was also a peeper out on the town.
there was.
There's peepers everywhere.
There are, unfortunately. But I
So
don't know
lock
if they're
the door.
hiding in
So,
bushes, jumping out
Back
at
to.
you.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Okay.
All right, we got lost. Whatever. It wasn't. It wasn't. It was. Yeah.
He can't do anything except like laugh to like avoid.
No, you
Avoid
act
it.
like there was gunfire going on, and we
Dad,
were like
I
being.
feel like we were
Dad, we
seconds from it.
2 phones dead. Two more on their way out. And
You can get by without a phone. I did it.
How are we
Yeah.
gonna
we were
get
like 10 minutes from
home?
I think Dad, like,
How are we gonna get home?
You would have got
he's
there.
lived like.
we should have called the cops.
He didn't live.
No,
Um,
I mean like
like,
he's
he
been
didn't
able
grow
to
up
like
and-
navigate without a phone and like not knowing where he is. Like
he
where
would've had a
we
map
haven't
on him.
had.
Yeah,
Something
I
like that.
Oh, why would I have a
understand.
map on me, man? I don't take. You don't take
Dora.
maps everywhere. You leave them in your car.
Obviously, I
Maps
know
on
he.
the phone?
We couldn't go back. It was just this safety thing. I think it was getting really dark, and I think the weird cars. That one car kept driving by
I'm totally
us,
on your.
and I just feel like we were falling apart.
Okay, I feel like
Well, usually. I feel
we
like
started this
we're
day
getting
off rough
way
with
off.
dinner, then we made up, and now we're getting into the weeds a bit
now they're
again. So
yelling
let-
at me for
Believing anyone.
something happened.
Thank God we got this
7
Uber
months ago.
because
I can't believe that. That was
8
that
months
long
ago. 8 months ago,
November.
7
It was only
months.
6-7 months ago.
7 months.
Still,
That's kind of a long time ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're already on to the next.
Yeah. So they practiced today,
Cool.
and they said Jalen looked really good, 15 to 17, which who knows. But I don't think AJ played. I don't think Devontae played.
It's what month are we in?
Yeah.
It's June.
Eh.
We got to tone it down.
Well,
I don't
I
wanna get
think
too
really what happens
excited.
is like now they're just getting to know that they're getting to know each other. They're getting to know the new coaching staff. They're getting to know the playbook. Yeah, and it's just good to, like you just said, it's good to have them back on the field because it gives you something to talk about.
Sure.
I mean,
does.
another 6 weeks, they'll be in training camp.
Yep.
Yeah, I think by now we're probably like 90 days.
It's very soon.
We got another room.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
I believe that was an error.
it was and like bounced.
Yeah,
It's a good night.
the union pulled
It's only
off
the
another tie.
beginning.
Yeah,
Whoa.
the union pulled off another tie Saturday. They're
Cool.
still in second place. They're doing okay. So
Well, they-
hopefully they can hang in there.
Second place is pretty good.
Yeah,
First loser.
Yeah.
you ain't first, you're last. Hell, Ricky, I was high when I said that. You can be second.
And
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
Good
thanks for
night.
listening.
Go Birds.